All right, all these guys have done work at the cage, but it's nice now we get to do some work out on the field, hitting off the tee. You get to see ball flight a little bit more. You can see the spin direction, where it's going and all that. We got Alex kicking it off with us. Just get loose, man. Don't worry about anything. Just do your routine. Alex is just getting warm, kind of feeling his body, his motion, kind of getting his load. I'm looking at the numbers, but he doesn't have to worry too much, so I can benchmark it. I can look at the spin direction, exit velo as he's starting to get warmer. Seeing the feet. I always kind of like to start in the middle of the plate too. That way you handle the first pitch. That's most important. I'm gonna go a little bit away, if that's okay, Alex.
Yep.
Maybe do 5 away, 5 in. Just feel comfortable. There we go. Right now I'm kind of looking at swing direction, body movements, you know, his load, seeing if everything is kind of on time. Is he staying behind the baseball? And I can check that against the numbers as well. Not too concerned about launch angle at the moment. We're hitting off the tee, first round, just getting loose. Like I said, getting those benchmark numbers. I want him to feel comfortable before anything, before you start thinking about progressing any numbers. One more. Yeah, Alex's first round there. We're doing a lot of the benchmarking, seeing what the numbers are, and as far as what I could see just from looking at the numbers, he's not really looking at them, but as he starts progressing, taking more swings, feeling more warm, started to add a little bit more power, you start to see the exit velo go up a little bit. Started to see him make some adjustments when he would see the top spin a little bit. I'd look to see, okay, is he going to have that backspin, that next one? Is he going to have a little bit more distance to it? That's what I start to look for when I'm seeing the player, when they're taking their swings, seeing if they can make the adjustments on their own, and I can double check that. I don't have to guess and whether or not he did it. I can look straight at Rapsodo and see exactly what he's doing. We got Asher going now. He's going to get started. We're going to check out his numbers, start benchmarking them. I'm going to check him out. He's just going to worry about swinging. At the moment, we're going to start at the middle. Is this good height, Asher? Wherever you want it, kid. Right back through the middle. Love it right there. Looking at you and seeing you getting started, everything looks good. I think the one thing that I'm seeing is maybe a little bit of that side spin just from early on here. So I would like to see him kind of finish a little bit more down through it with the shoulders. It kind of looks like maybe popping up a little bit. So maybe just if I can stay down through it, and then I can see the numbers wise if there's that adjustment being made there. That's nice right there. The good thing about this is now you can just focus on hitting, and I can see if you can make the adjustment after maybe a ball that you hit and see, okay, he made the adjustment on his own. I don't have to overcoach here because you're able to start making those adjustments. You're starting to feel it, and we can start to see numbers wise the adjustments being made. So let's just take a second, slow it down. What'd you feel on that?
I mean, I slipped, but I pulled it.
Kind of came open a little bit. All right, so just try to keep the balance. Try to make sure you're feeling the ground. I know you don't have the cleats on, but just don't overswing. Perfect. That's a great adjustment right there. You stay behind the baseball.
Yeah, I'll go. So the cool thing too is like we got a group of 3 kids going right now, so you can select 3 hitters. You're probably not gonna be able to screen. We'll try to show it to you, but we got Alex, we got Asher, and then we got Nathan in here, and we can go in and select each of them. So now that Alex and Asher have now hit, we'll jump over here and we'll let Nathan go. and then it'll reset for him so that we have a fresh set of numbers, fresh set of his max exit velocity, his max distance, all those good things, which is great when you're hitting in group. You're not having to restart sessions, all that stuff. You can just change from player to player, which is great for a hitting session like this.
Yeah, they're perfect for, you know, them to have their separate sessions. Now you kind of bring in that competition aspect of it at some point. Hey, look at my numbers, let's compare each other and see how we're doing. That's the cool thing is, you know, it doesn't always have to be so, you know, methodical. It can be fun. It can be competition. So last two balls that aren't that good. Last one. Like that. I noticed that Nathan definitely made the adjustment on his own, be able to start driving the ball a little bit more after he noticed some top spin. I was kind of just letting him do his thing, but the best feeling as a coach is kind of when a player can go through making that adjustment, and now you see how long it takes them to make the adjustment. It could be 10 pitches. All right, next time we're out doing the same thing, it shouldn't be 10 pitches. It should be 7 pitches, 5 pitches. You know, the quicker they can make that adjustment, the better it's going to be for them once they take it into the game. All right, the boys just finished off the tee session. Each one of them has been recorded on here. Now we're going to start moving into the next session, which we're going into live batting practice. I'm going to change the setting to live. We should obviously start to see some of that progression continue to go up, especially ball travel, how far it's going. We'll still check a lot of those numbers as far as how the spin of the ball is going. Are they getting that good carry with backspin? We're also going to move into situational hitting. So a couple of rounds here, situational hitting and some free swings. And as a former player, this is what I love, is now I get to see, okay, is my practice really, am I taking my practice seriously, right? If I'm taking my practice seriously, I know that I'm going to start making efforts toward continuing to progress. Also, I want to see how they make their own adjustments. As somebody's throwing the ball, are they able to go from swing to swing adjustment? Is it going to take them a few swings? I'll be able to measure that as well, specifically looking at this. And I think that's one of the things that I missed as a player is, okay, I'm hitting off the tee, maybe even by myself. I would love to have recorded all of these numbers and to be able to progress quickly and use my time efficiently. All right, we got Alex kicking us off here. Rounds of BP, we're going 2 hit and runs. So he's going to be looking to drive something to that right side. He's got a swing on the hit and run. There we go. That's a perfect hit and run right there. Trying to still get some of that backspin. Not necessarily trying to, you know, top spin it on the ground. Now we got runner on second, trying to move him over. Same type of deal. That one's not going to work, so make the adjustment, let it travel a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Now we got runner on third, less than 2 outs. Drive him in. Looks like a sacrifice fly. That'll work. See, he's getting that backspin. Driving it out. That's a base knock. That'll work too. Got the job done. Nice job. Now a couple on his own now. My goal as a coach and as an evaluator is to see if they can make the adjustment visually for me. If that's some type of movement that they're making with their body, is that them trying to stay behind the baseball and not open up with the lower half? Is that them maybe being more direct with the shoulders? Is that them working on the inner side of the baseball? And seeing if they're doing that quickly. And I want them to be their own coaches, because you don't have to overcoach, and the numbers will tell you exactly what you want as a coach, but you also got to be able to communicate that to the player. So letting them know, hey, you know, the exit velo is showing that you're hitting the ball hard, but look, the spin is not exactly where you want it, especially with a runner on third, less than 2 outs, and the infield's in, you trying to get some of that backspin, drive something to the outfield, hopefully a sacrifice fly at the least, so you can specifically show the player what their spin is looking like each time they swing the ball. And then I want them to also notice where they're hitting the ball, to be able to see the spray chart, to see where their balls are going after we're done. They don't have to concentrate on it during the session, but it'd be something that they know afterwards. I'm gonna stop Nathan right here because I want to make sure that he's working on an adjustment that he's already been working on. I'm gonna take the numbers out of the picture right now, but I want to see him continue to stay on the back side a little bit. You know, you can sometimes get a little bit too firm with this side or too hard on this side. I would like you to stay as locked as you can back here. Try to really use this back side to be able to drive it the other way, because the first rounds we're kind of thinking about going middle the other way. So let's think about doing that. And I think this will help you. That way you're not thinking so much this way, go get it, because you have natural power, you have natural pop, you're going to be able to drive it, so you don't have to go get anything. Keep your movement thinking barrel going through the zone. There you go.
Just pick 'em.
Good work.
We should have enough to get through the next one. We'll just do like 5-6 swings of free swings.
What's something that you want to work on? He wants to work on kind of middle of the field, opposite field.
And not being out here.
Okay, not kind of being too hard on the front foot, staying back. So for me as a coach, I'm gonna just evaluate this round. Hopefully I don't have to say anything because he knows what he needs to do. But now I'm gonna stay specific on the spray chart on here and making sure that he's going middle, opposite field. Obviously, if he gets a pitch in the middle in, I would like to see him pull it the right way with some good backspin. But it tells me as a coach what I need to look for. That way I don't have to overcoach right now. I'm gonna stop him. I'm gonna stop him real quick. I think you're getting a little bit of that top spin, right? And kind of a little bit out in front. The only adjustment I would like to see you do is maybe allow this ball to get a little bit deeper. So if I'm a hitter, like, let me see your bat real quick. So I'm catching this ball out in front, like while my hands are already rolling. I would like for you to stay almost to catch it here, almost feeling like it's almost beating you. That way you can be able to just let your lower half work and catch the baseball. And like right now, you're trying to go get it. Now I just want you to let this barrel catch it here. Good. I'll take that much more than a rollover. That's a good adjustment made right there. You guys obviously have some juice. You guys look like some bigger kids for your age. Let me see your bat real quick. You guys will all continue to get more exit velo, which is obviously what we want for power, but obviously with the right backspin. But the better job you guys can do at kind of thinking about, like, this is one line, this backside is one line, and if I can stay on this one line for as long as possible and almost like think about my barrel as a glove and I'm just catching it with this backside. I don't want you to think about, like, a lot of times for power we think about we got to go get it and catch it out in front. Like, you guys can still create a lot of power if you're able to stay on this line right here and you're able to just boom. See how I'm just kind of like catching that right there? Instead of like here, you guys' hands start to roll over a little bit, so you start to get the top spin. If I'm catching it here, look at my hands, they're tight to my body, but also I can still go like this, and that's how I'll finish through the baseball. I don't want to finish like this and then up. So if you guys just kind of think about, okay, I'm just catching this, boom, my barrel's staying close to my body, boom. Just a little bit thinking about that too. I loved how I got to see all three guys kind of go through making those adjustments throughout the course of their swings, throughout the course of progression. I noticed that definitely Asher was one of those guys that, you know, he needed a little bit more time before he got to the free swings and then was able to start making the adjustments on his own. Now I can go in and, you know, finish their session, finish the reports, now send it out to these guys, and then we can make notes on it, right? Continue to go back to a certain date. We go back to this date and say, hey, you were doing this, but look how far you've come within the next couple of weeks, and just kind of keeping track of that. But also now they can see these numbers, they can post it on social media, they can do whatever they want with it, send it to coaches. There's so many avenues for them to now use it, and not to mention the competition aspect of, you know, playing with your friends, telling them, hey, I got this exit velo, I got this this ball flight, or this amount of feet. So it's a lot of fun, but seeing these guys make the adjustments as a coach and as the evaluator is the coolest thing right now.